Okay, so welcome. Lots of you already signed in, logged in on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. Another beautiful day outside. We've got a follow-on workout for you today. We are doing a pull session. So working on our back, and we're not going to use any equipment. So, although if you do have some equipment, then you are more than welcome to use. If you've got a set of rings or you've got like a low bar or something that you can pull on, you're more than welcome to join in with that. But we're not going to be, the only thing you're going to need, I'm going to use the table. We're going to pull on the table as part of a horizontal row as one of the exercises that we're going to use. So just sort of be prepared for that later, effectively, is what we're looking at. So a couple of things to think about, a little bit of context for this before we just get started. A lot of the time when depending on if we're doing too much pushing, and even some of our pull-up positions, we can get the shoulder into a really poor rounded position. It's not good sort of in terms of postural control of the shoulder. We lack a little bit of strength around the back of the shoulder to keep us in some better shoulder positions. So we're going to be working on some shapes and things that are going to help us maintain good shoulder positions rather than these rounded shapes that we don't want to see ourselves get into. Ultimately, we're going to lead to sort of impingement injury around the shoulder, and it's just less effective in terms of the quality of the movement that we're trying to do. So, that being said, we're going to be looking at some horizontal rowing positions rather than those vertical pulling positions, because it really does help us cue to keep the shoulder in a good position rather than in that round position. Often in a pull-up, we'll come forward into here because we're not strong enough to keep those shoulders back. And so we're lacking a bit of strength around the back of the shoulders to be able to maintain that good position rather than being in here, to be able to maintain a good shape in there. And some horizontal rowing is very good to offset any of the pushing work that you're doing, but it's also then going to be great for just keeping the shoulders in that better position, so that when you do go into your vertical pulling, into your pull-ups, you're keeping into a nice shape here rather than diving them forward. Are we all on board for that? We're ready. You've got something, we're going to go through 2 warm-up exercises, sort of activation work for the back of the shoulders and for just that whole posterior shape. It'll make sense why we're going to then use that on the table later. And if you've got a set of rings, you can set them down low to go into a horizontal row position, or if you've got a lower bar or anything else that you can pull on, then you'll be able to jump in with that. So the first exercise, or what we're going to do to warm up, is we're not going to use anything at all. We're just going to be down on the floor, and we're going to go through 2 exercises. We're going to do 12 reps. Each of those we're going to do 2 sets. It's just going to be using the floor, and it's going to be more sort of activation work for the posterior shoulder, so at the back of the shoulder, and a little bit of that whole posterior chain as well. Very first, before we really get started, no, Skin, what socks we got on today? It's like one of these. Bam! What? Yeah. And anyone out there saying, "Oh, they look white"? No, they ain't white. These are aggressively colourful with a white background, and that's very, very different to just a plain white sock. Okay, right. Are we ready to get started? Thank you everyone for signing in, joining in. Great. So the first one, we're going to be down on the floor, and all we're going to do is you're going to have your hands behind you, or just by underneath your bum. Fingers pointing forwards, and then we're going to lift our bum up off the ground. And when you lift your bum up off the ground, I want you to then squeeze those shoulders back, and then you're going to push yourself forwards, and then we're going to rock back. Put your bum back down on the floor. Dead simple to get started, but I want you to really focus on a couple of cues. We're going to use these all the way through now. So shoulders not forwards and up. We're going to pull them back, and we're going to drive them down, and that's what's going to raise my bum up off the floor. So I'm not doing anything other than pushing down through my arms and driving my shoulders down and trying to squeeze them back. I'm going to imagine them pinching a pound coin between my shoulder blades at the back. So the difference between here and there. Lift that up, and then we're going to drive forwards. When you drive forwards, more weight's going onto your feet. And then when we're going to come back, to a position where your bum's going to stay off the floor, but not into a position here with the shoulder around forward. You're going to load up the back of the shoulder, and you're going to feel the triceps kick in as far back as you go for 3, 2, 1, pause, and then drive back forwards. So we're back in here. It's nice and easy. Now we're going to pull ourselves back, shoulders back, down, and then come backwards. Keep them screwed in, and then hold that first position back again. 3, 2, 1. Drive forward. pull the shoulders back, lean back into it. The further you go back, the harder you find it. Try to bend the elbow. 3, 2, 1. Drive forward. That's 4. Lean back, squeeze triceps. 3, 2, 1. That's 5. Lean back. 3, 2, 1. 6. Lean back. 3, 2, 1. That's 7. Triceps back to the shoulders, feeling it now. 3, 2, 1. 8. 2 more. Squeeze back. 3, 2, 1. That's 9. 1 more. 3, 2, 1. That's 10. So you should be feeling that around the back of the shoulders, around the back of the tricep. You've got to think that part of the tricep works to take us into, as well as extending the elbow, extends the shoulder. So when we're going into these rowing positions, not only are we using the lat at the back, we're using that tricep as well. And that's just going to be a nice isometric activation work for him. The other stuff that we're interested in is everything going around the back of the shoulders. So that posterior cuff, that rotator cuff, rhomboids, mid-lower traps, and that's where we're going to go into our YTW shape. So we line face down on the floor. Arms going to go into a Y, a T, and then a W. And you're going to try and make these nice and symmetrical as possible. On your Y, thumbs are going to be pointing up. On your T, they're going to be pointing up. And on your W, you can have your palms facing down. You can try to turn them if you want to get that extra bit of external rotation. But for some of us, that might be a little bit too difficult. But just you'll find that this will certainly get in between the back of the shoulders where the rhomboids are going to pull them together. And then everything around the back of there to help keep that shoulder into, rather than these round positions, into these nice shapes that we want to maintain the shoulder in during the pulling exercise and rowing exercises that we're going to go through. So that's going to be face down. 1 rep is a Y, a T, and a W, and we're going to do 12 reps with a little pause on each one. So follow your times with me. So face down, hands go up into a Y, T, W. That's 1. Y, T, W. That's 2. Y, T, W. That's 3. Y, T, W. 4. Y, T, W. 5. Y, T, W. 6. Y, T, W. 7. T, W. 8. Y, T, W. 9. Y, T, W. 10. 2 more. Y, T, W. 11. Last one. Y, T, W. That's 12. Nice. Okay, so you should start to feel that around the back of the shoulders we're getting warmed up. In those Y positions we get some nice mid-low trap activation. Through our T's we're going into some rhomboid work, and then for that W position, on that W position we want to make sure that that hand is up and the elbow is down rather than the hand being down and the elbow up. That's internal rotation. We're trying to create external rotation, and then you'll feel a lot more around that posterior deltoid and into that rotator cuff. So we're going to go to set 2 of those, so 12 reps of each again. Second set, just nice sort of volume of work to get through to get ourselves activated and ready for some of that pulling work. So if you remember the first one, how do people find them? Give us a little bit of feedback. People watching live. How do we find it? People ready for set 2? Good. Give ourselves a little bit of a break between. And when we get into the pulling stuff, it's going to be pretty. We're going to get some hard work done. Okay, cool. So first one, hands by your bum. Your crazy socks on the floor. If you've got plain white socks on, get them off. Not up in here. Not up in here. Right, now holding you back, then white socks. Right, hands on by your bum. You lift, you squeeze the shoulders back, drive your shoulders down to lift you up into that full position, and then we come back. And feel triceps. Keep the shoulders in good shape. Drive back forward. There's 1. Hold that for 3, 2, 1. There's 2. Drive back. 3, 2, 1, 3. See if you can go a little bit further back each time. But keep a good shoulder position. 2, 1, 4. 2, 1, 5. You go further back. It's only a small amount. It's a big difference. 2, 1, 6. 2, 1, 7. A bit further. 2, 1, 8. 3, 2, 1, 9. 3, 2, 1, 10. Ooh, yeah, a little bit further. Feeling that tricep pump. 2, 1, 11. Last one. 3, 2, 1, 12. Nice. Are we feeling that? Are we feeling that? The triceps? Your triceps are anything like mine? That is burning. Great. Good. People enjoying it. Right, so then, remember, Y, T, W. If you want to get the thumb up on your W as well, try that this time. So it's going to look a little bit, it's going to look in your shape. Your W position is going to be here rather than palms facing down. But the important thing is that rather than the hand being down and the elbow up, the hand is up and the elbow is down. Imagine trying to pull your elbows in towards your pockets, in towards the opposite pocket. So I'm going to bang in there, I'm trying to keep the hand up. That's creating that external rotation there rather than internal rotation. Also, I'm looking up to make sure you're all keeping on check. But ideally, you want to be, I'll count out the times you want to be looking down. You don't want to be coming and raising up when you get into your W position, arching your back. We don't want to be arching your back, we want to keep your ribs pulled down, so your trunk staying in a nice straight line. Okay? So we go for 12 reps of these. So into our Y, T, W, there's 1. Y, T, W, there's 2. Y, T, W, there's 3. Y, T, W, there's 4. Y, T, W, there's 5. Y, T, W, there's 6. Y, T, W, there's 7. Y, T, W, there's 8. Y, T, W, 9. Y, T, W, 10. Y, T, W, 11. Y, T, W, 12. I think I got okay, right? Something like that. We were close to 12. I think it was 12. Was that 12? Felt like 12. Felt like it was hard. Right, so now we should feel like you got that nice little bit of activation work and stuff going on around the back of the shoulders. Nice. Some people finding those good. Little bit of posterior chain work, not needing any equipment at all. But now we are going to look at having something to pull on. So I've taken anything off the table that might fall off. Make sure you do that. And make sure that it's sturdy enough to support yourself. I'm also, for the purpose of this, because of my floor, I'm going to take my socks off. I know, very rare. Take my socks off, not because they're crap socks, they're amazing socks, but just I need as much grip on the floor as I can. So the shape we're going to get into is going to be lying down on the floor. You're going to be underneath, grab a normal shoulder width grip onto whatever it is. If you've got a set of rings, just set the rings nice and low. If you've got one of the beginner's racks from us, you've got that middle setting with the bars quite low. But you're going to lift your bum up into the air. So the first thing is almost like a floor bridge. So my back's not going to come off. I'm just going to drive my hips up into there, squeeze those glutes, get a bit of engagement from the hamstring, so we're working that posterior chain on the lower body. And then from here, I'm going to pull my shoulder blades back. I'm going to screw my elbow. So rather than my elbow pointing towards you, I'm going to screw it. So I'm starting some of that external rotation we were just working on with those W's. So shoulders back, screw. And then from there, I'm going to drive until the tummy touches and control right down. So just have a couple of goes at that, and then I'll talk us through what we're going to do. So just get your setup correct The other thing is not only reaching with your chin. That's often one that a mistake that I make as well. So I'm pushing down through my heels, squeeze the glutes, make sure they're engaged, hamstrings are engaged, and then I'm pulling my back off the floor by squeezing the shoulder blades back. So that's that action there. Once they're back, I'm going to make sure, don't let them be elevated either. So squeeze them back and driving them down. And then the screwing of the elbow. So that elbow points now forwards. So screw. And then from there, drive. And rather than reaching with the chain, try and stay in neutral position. Control, back down. Well, you try and find a position where you can get the table to actually, or the thing you're onto, or if you're on rings, to the position where you're able to touch them with your chest. Because what we're going to do, we're going to work a nice 3, 2, 1 tempo, which means 3, like a 3, 2, 1 tempo is, it's always the eccentric first, then the isometric, then the concentric. So the 3 means down. So we're going to lower down from the top in 3, 2, 1. The 2 is the middle section at the top, the isometric contraction. So we're going to hold at the top with this table still touching us. You've got to stay honest. It's got to be touching you. It's saying touching you for 2 seconds. That's the 3. That's the 2 in the middle. Then the 1 is the coming up to that shape. Okay. Tempos always work that way around. Think of it like in a squat. In a squat, you go down to start with, but on something like a pull or a row, you actually do the last number first. But we still keep them. People still write the tempos in the same order. So eccentric, isometric, concentric. But when we do this exercise, we're going to go concentric on the way up. So it's going to be 1, 2 second pause at the top, and then 3, 2, 1 lower. And we're going to do 10 reps. We're going to superset it with a little bit of isometric work afterwards that I'll show you. It's going to challenge our little bit of stability and sort of full kinetic chain integration. So utilising the whole of your body. But you're doing that a little bit here where I want you going to maintain your hips up in that starting position. So get yourself into the right shape and come with me on your tempos. So I'm going to squeeze glutes, lift the hips up off the floor, make sure they're engaged. Get ourselves set, so shoulders back, down, and driving, screwing elbows to the back. And I'm coming up in 1, holding at the top for 1, 2, and then slowly down. 1, 2, 3. Stay in that shape. You don't need to fall out into that bottom position. So I want you to stay in that nice shape where your shoulders are back, your elbows are screwed. You drive back up in 1 and hold that for 1, 2, slowly down. 1, 2, 3. Keep your glutes on as well. That's 2. Drive up, hold for that 1, 2, and slow down. 1, 2, 3. Good. It's up. 3, 1, 2. Sorry, and then down. 3, 2, 1. That's 4. Drive up, hold the top. 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. Go to the top, hold, touching. 1, 2, and then down. 3, 2, 1. Make sure the table's touching on the top. That was 6. 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, 3. There's 7. 3 to go. 1, 2. So go down. 3, 2, 1. There's 8. Last 2. Hold the top. 3. Also 1, 2, and then down. 3, 2, 1. My count is miles off there, is it? Screw the shoulders up to the top. Last one. Hold. 1, 2, and then down. 3, 2, 1. Woo! There you go. Starting to feel that. Should be feeling good. Yeah, the superset is going to be isometric. We're going to do 5-second holds where you're going to now put your hands right close together. You're going to hold them in right tight. Take a slightly wider base if you need to. You can go to that same start position, then you're actually going to let go with one hand and hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap sides, stay up off the floor, hold that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got 2 more on each side. Hold that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Nothing touching the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Slide yourself out. Grab a quick drink before we go into set number 2. My drink is here. Grab yourself a quick drink. How's that feeling? Oh, someone's saying there's a lot of white socks. How are we getting on? We're good for a quick little break and then ready for set 2. Cool, people getting a good session done. I'm a little bit out of breath. Counting reps and counting those tempos. My count's all over the place today. Apologies, but no, well done. Keep working hard on this. So tempo work is the devil. People are finding it there. The difference when you control that tempo is huge. TRX, yeah, if someone's asking about whether you're using a TRX, yes, of course. Awesome. Okay, 30 more seconds, and we'll go in for set 2. I'm going to show you how we can make the second one a little bit harder, but hopefully you should feel that nothing's touching the floor on that second one. Hands are close together. When you let go, I don't want anything dropping down. So we're trying to stay strong through the shoulder, because what's going to happen is if I let go of this hand, gravity wants to pull you, and you're going to go down and want to touch the floor. We're having to keep that shoulder screwed in. So rather than being here, we're trying to screw it. That elbow screwed, shoulder into that nice position at the back, fighting gravity wanting to pull us forward. Okay? People finding it difficult. It's good. Work at your own capabilities. Stay with me on the tempos. If you want to change your body angle to make it a little bit easier, obviously do so. If you want to push down more through your feet, obviously do so. It's just important that you're working at a level that's appropriate to you. So we're going to go for set 2. Okay, so we're going to come underneath, get ourselves into that nice set position. Remembering that we're going to stay this set position we get at the start. We're never going to drop out of it. So we're going to lift the hips up. I'm going to keep my glutes and hamstrings on the whole time. I squeeze the shoulders back to create that nice position rather than being rounded and forward. I screw the elbows and I'm going to stay in that shape. So I drive up, and hold for 1, 2, and slow down. 3, 2, 1. There's 1. Drive up, hold 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Go. Hold for 2, 2, 3, 2, 1. There's 3. Go. 3, 2, and then down. 3, 2, 1. There's 4. Drive up. 1, 2, and then down. 3, 2, 1. Make sure the table's touching you. That's 5. Hold 1, 2, and then down. 3, 2, 1. Touching you at the top. There's 6. Hold 1, 2, and 3, 2, 1. Good. That's 7. Hold for 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 2, 1. That's 8. 2 more. Hold for 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 2, 1. Last 1. Hold for 2, 1, 2, and down. 3, 2, 1. Good. Just fingers feeling the different grip position if you're used to gripping on bars or on rings you are used to. It's interesting how that grip changes. So now, hands go together, and then this time we're going to come into our into that shape. I'm going to let go. I'm going to move that hand away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap over. Take the hand away this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twice more on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my ring is wrecking all my fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one on each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Scoot the shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide yourself out. And then come in. How was that? Just reaching away. Just adds that extra little bit of lever length. And then what's interesting, the ring, I had my wedding ring still on. I was just pulling into my finger there. The difference in your grip, you might be feeling it more in your forearms. If you're not used to gripping on something like that, it's actually quite a nice variation to like try gripping on different things and doing your pulling work on different, not always the same bar with the same hand width position, because that just gets a little bit stagnant. And ideally, we want to try and build up as much variation as we can to give us as much robustness. And even if that's just some simple as something that's changing our grip, that can be very useful. So we're going to go for one final set. We're going to go for one final set. If you can change your body angle, your body position, so you're less. See how low I am at the bottom and coming up. That's going to make that pulling or rowing exercise easier. So if you're using those that are on rings and stuff, you can change the height of the rings or walk yourself back. Or if you put yourself something to have your feet on, so you can push yourself away, so you're not as low down. That will help with your row position if you're finding it difficult. If you haven't got a way to change it at all, just work through a slightly smaller range if needs be, or if you can, to help yourself get to the top, push down even more through your feet, so that your feet are going to help you drive yourself up. Are we ready for one more set? Yeah, feeling it. So people talking about feeling it in their forearms. Good, just looking at, just whilst we have a little bit of break, just look at some of the messages people asking. Yeah, people talk all about different. If people have got resistance bands, you can do sort of bent over row work. You can literally set a band up in front of you, and we could pull as well. I wanted to try and do a session that would use the least amount of stuff as possible, thinking more people are likely to have a table than they are a set of resistance bands, because if you haven't got a set of resistance bands, then you're going to be a little bit stuck. Body gear, how you doing? Saying hello from Brazil. Right, let's get into this last set. Are we ready? Let's go again. Yeah, I think I'm ready. Ready? Slip trucker. Right, great. Okay. And then I'll ask any questions that you've got. We'll answer those at the end of this final set. So again, 10 reps on the row, on the horizontal pull, and then into 3 lots of 5-second holds on each side. And I'm going to spice up the last one for you. Okay, so get yourself into position. Remember, we're trying to keep those shoulders in that nice shape rather than pulling forward. We're keeping them back. So lift up through the glutes, make sure they're on. Pull your shoulders off, or pull you back or forward by pulling the shoulders back. Screw the shoulders, or screw the so the elbows point forward. Then drive to the top. Hold for 1, 2, down, 3, 2, 1. There's 1. Drive to the top. 1, 2. Slowly down. 3, 2, 1. There's 2. Hold at the top. 1, 2. And slowly down. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 1, 2. Down. 3, 2, 1. That's 4. Hold at the top. 1, 2. Slowly down. 3, 2, 1. That's 5. That's halfway. Go to the top. 1, 2, and then 3, 2, 1. 6. Hold at the top. 1, 2, and down. 3, 2, 1. That's 7. Last 3 together. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 8. Last 2. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 9. Last rep. Make it a good one. Hold the top for 1, 2, and then down. 3, 2, 1. Whew, good. How's your grip? Mine's going mental, which is good. To say, challenge your grip. I've got some pull-up bars and whatnot at home, so often doing that. This is a nice way to challenge that grip. And we know there's a direct correlation between grip and shoulder health. So anything we can do to challenge our grip, just like anything else, is a good thing. All right, and then on this one, if you want to make it a little bit harder again, we're going to hands together now, and then you let go on one side. Then I want you to see whether you can also raise, so that if I'm going to take my right hand away, I'm also going to raise my left foot up off the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Keep yourself off the floor. Leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one on each side. Screw in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Push yourself out. Go forward. Grab yourself a drink. You're probably going to be feeling, on any of those pulling extras, we get a little bit of a bicep pump as well, which always feels nice. But hopefully, we're getting a lot more at the back of the shoulders. If we're pulling into those shapes and we're not letting it die forward, but holding a good position, so we're pulling back, we're screwing, get action. Imagine like trying to snap a bar apart. Keeps us in that nice position when we pull there, rather than pulling yourself forward and getting that shoulder into that sort of jumped up forward shape. Collab trucker, phew, that pump, enjoying it, thank you. Anyone got any questions for that session? If you've got any specific questions, more than happy to answer them now, either about that session or any other bits that we've got going on. Tomorrow, by the way, this is just water, it's not Coors Light, it's just a glass. So that killed you today, so that was someone on Zaid on Instagram. He's been to a lot of the live workouts. I'm right on it, buddy. So tomorrow at 11 a.m. Owen is doing a full body mobility workout for you. Some people asking, and those watching on YouTube will have probably known or have seen, all of these videos go up on YouTube. As soon as this is finished, it will get uploaded to YouTube. We've got a playlist on our YouTube. There's all of the at-home follow-on workouts. I think there's probably close to 30 of them in there now. So you can watch all of it, not just this one, you can watch all of them back. Like, I doubt that anyone's probably watched all 30 by now, but you can look at those back at any time. So head over to our YouTube if you haven't yet, click subscribe, and then check out the playlist, and you'll see there's at home and there's follow-along workouts that you can watch back at any time. So yeah, to answer that question, yes, it will be available. The best place for that is on YouTube. So a few people just going to some of these questions. How often to work to strengthen it? Like, how much someone should train is going to be very dependent on a number of different factors. You need to find out what works for you. It's the most important thing, probably, is rather than how much work you can do, it's about how much work you can recover from. So if we are recovering, then that's far more important marker, and that you should be feeling like you're getting better. Sort of strength work 2 to 3 times a week is a type of good guideline marker. Remember Bodyweight Basics, our bodyweight program for helping people get started. It used to be £40. We've made it free during lockdown, and that is continuing. Lockdown is staying on, so we are continuing Bodyweight Basics being free. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. Check schoolcalisthenics.com. You'll see, if you search Bodyweight Basics, you'll find that free program there. Pike push-ups helping shoulders. Yes, Tim did pike push-ups yesterday. That video is up on YouTube. There's tutorials, like individual tutorials for all these different exercises that we do in Bodyweight Basics Pro, either in Bodyweight Basics or of the other programs that are involved that we've got inside our virtual classroom. Which, contrary to a question someone had yesterday, do I need a virtual reality headset? No, it's not VR. It's just an online training platform. So all of our programs are on there, so you can watch all the videos and follow the programs. And we've got a 50% off your first month's membership during April as an offer that's running. A lot of people have taken that up, which has been great. You get a 7-day free trial, so you can try it out for 7 days for free. And that gives you the chance to see what it's like. And if you genuinely don't like it, it doesn't work for you, then fine. We want it to be something that is good for you. And if you don't enjoy it, then that's why that 7-day free trial is there. You can cancel, you don't get charged anything. But what we're finding is that people are making some amazing progress. Really looking forward. We've got some videos to share of some of the students, hopefully from next week. Some of the progress people have been making, which has been amazing, been phenomenal. So we're looking forward to sharing that. So asking about that. So the last exercise, trying to maintain the shoulders off the floor. So it was like just hovering above the floor. That was the plan. That was the plan for them. It would be like probably for the height of that table, I was probably like that far off the floor. But I can tell you that I was certainly, my grip was certainly straining to maintain me on there, particularly on my left hand. Having done rock climbing, done a bit of rock climbing, just messing about. Well, I was not very good at it though, because I don't focus any time on it. But yeah, it's good fun, really good for that variety of grip and pulling strength. Emilio enjoyed to getting some pulling work done at home. Awesome, thank you. JD Stones is a teeny tweeny pump. Good, enjoying that pump. Jeff, thanks for signing in from San Francisco. James, good session on the tempos. Yeah, the tempo makes all the difference on these. The pauses and the slow eccentrics, yeah, definitely make the difference. So the YTW, we're trying to stay. So when you end this question about the YTW, you're gonna, well, what we want to get out of is we want to be arching when we're lying down on the floor. We want to be tucking underneath and maintaining that nice, like, neutral position as much as we can. If not, tuck yourself slightly under to maintain a straight line through our body. So if I was trying to slide down for one here, if I was in my W, can you see that? If I was in my W, I don't want to be coming and arching through there. I want to actually be tucking myself underneath and working strong here. So I've got a little bit of space underneath there, which means that I'm cueing a nice, I'm cueing to be strong through my midsection and my core to hold that shape being straight, and then it's my arm that's moving rather than my back moving to try and move my arms. If I keep my arm still and I move my back, my hand's moving backwards. My brain thinks I'm doing a good job. But actually what I want to do is I want to stay still and me move my hand back in that. That's what's going to get the shoulder working. Great. John, feeling it? Good. Thank you. Is that from Colin Hewitt? I have to do some road running. Nose breathing only. Yes. I need to work on my nose breathing. I'm doing nasal breathing during running, but nasal breathing during exercise and talking and counting reps and tempos probably sends the nasal breathing out the window on that. But I did wake up this morning with a 23-second bolt score, if you'd like to know. If you don't know what we're talking about, look at the not this, the podcast on Wednesday, the Wednesday before, podcast 121 with Patrick McKeown from the author of The Oxygen Advantage. Fascinating book that I'd recommend reading, and I definitely recommend listening to our podcast on that. Okay. So someone asking about like rehab after dislocating shoulder, like after dislocating shoulder, like Tim has dislocated his shoulder more times than you can remember. I broke this shoulder blade in 2 places and have a separated AC joint on that side, and followed like a rehabilitation program from physiotherapists to get to a point where we can start loading that up. And once you are given the sort of all clear thumbs up to start progressing into more things like you said about handstands and that, then yes. But if you haven't followed that protocol, we'd always recommend seeing. I know right now it's going to be difficult to do that, but whilst you can't see a physio, and if you potentially have that dislocation as an injury, then you need to be really, really careful that we recommend like holding off until you can actually get a proper assessment from a physiotherapist. We're professional S&C coaches, strength and conditioning coaches. We're not physiotherapists, and it's something that you should be looking at getting proper treatment and rehab for. Otherwise, it's just going to keep occurring, and you're potentially just doing more and more damage every time you dislocate it. Podcast 121 was brilliant. It involved a book. Oh, awesome! Yes, I'm glad you will enjoy that. Okay, so I'm going to sign off. We say we've got 50% off those memberships for those that haven't joined the virtual classroom yet. Bodyweight Basics in the virtual classroom is absolutely free during lockdown, so check that one out if you haven't done yet. Details, if you look at all these videos are on YouTube. You can watch them back any time. And the links for those are in YouTube. If you haven't seen those yet, or the website is just schoolofcalisthenics.com. And if you haven't yet joined the WhatsApp group and want WhatsApp notifications when all the lives are going on, the number is +44 7883 131 433. That's +44 7883 161 433. So you can join the WhatsApp notifications, so you get told when all these lives happening. But I can tell you right now that Friday, 11 a.m. with Coach Owen is doing full body mobility for you to finish up the week. We've got a break over the weekend, then I'm back for core on Monday, and then we've got a few more ones next week as well. We've got Coach Georgie is taking through some frog and crow sound fun on Tuesday afternoon, and Tim is doing an early morning one on the Wednesday as well. We've got a few other lives planned too, but yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. I always enjoy these sessions myself, and I hope your training's going well and you're looking after yourselves and staying fit and healthy. Oh, final thing for me, actually, I've got a blog coming out on Sunday on schoolcalisthenics.com/blog about the changes that I've been trying hard to make to stay as healthy as possible during the sort of lockdown, during the corona outbreak. So I'd really appreciate it if you did have a look at that when that comes out on Sunday. I've tried to share as much stuff as possible, doing quite a bit of research and trying to bring together as many things as possible that I think would be helpful for everyone. And I think there'll be some stuff in there that you will find interesting and might implement into your own sort of day-to-day life as well. And sort of health at this point in time is one of the most, in this time, it actually is always the most important thing. It's just making us think more about it right now, which I think it's a good catalyst to dial in on our health and our nutrition and that sort of stuff. So that's what I've been doing, and sharing that with everyone on Sunday in the blog. So thanks for watching today. Check that one out on Sunday. Check that blog out on Sunday. See if you can join Owen tomorrow at 11 a.m. UK time, British summer time. And if you haven't joined the virtual classroom yet, take up a 7-day free trial. Get involved, and you'll start to see some of the progress people are making there as well. So thanks for watching. Till next time, class dismissed.